My son, Alex, has always loved drawing. Crayons, markers, whatever he could get his little hands on. At first, it was the usual stuff. Dogs, stick figure family portraits, the occasional scribble that only he understood. But last month, his drawings changed. It started with a man, a tall figure with no hair, hollow eyes, and a stretched, too wide smile. The first time he showed it to me, I felt uneasy. "Who's this, buddy?" I asked, keeping my tone light. Alex grinned. "That's Mr. Threads." The name made my stomach twist. "Where did you hear that name?" "He told me," Alex said simply, like it was the most obvious thing in the world. "He stands in my doorway at night." I almost dropped the paper. At first, I chalked it up to a child's imagination. Kids invent imaginary friends all the time, right? But the drawings didn't stop. They got worse. Every day, Alex brought me a new picture of Mr. Threads. The same elongated smile, the same hollow eyes, and every time, Mr. Threads got closer. One drawing showed him at the end of the hallway, another in the living room, then standing behind me. The night I found a picture of Mr. Threads standing next to Alex's bed, I didn't sleep. Last night, I heard something. It was past midnight, and I was getting a glass of water when I heard Alex talking in his room. Soft, hushed whispers. I pressed my ear to the door. "But you don't have to be mad," Alex was saying. "I told her about you. She believes me now." A long silence. Then, in the quietest voice I have ever heard my son use, "Okay, I'll tell her." I burst through the door. Alex was sitting up in bed, staring at the open closet. "Who were you talking to?" I demanded. He blinked, like I had just woken him up. "Mr. Threads says you should sleep with the door open tonight." My stomach dropped. "Why?"
Alex's lower lip trembled. "So he can come in?" I slept with the door locked. This morning, Alex wouldn't look at me. He just kept scribbling furiously, his crayon scratching against the paper. When I finally coaxed it out of his hands, my breath caught in my throat. It was me, sleeping, and behind me, looming over the bed, Mr. Threads. I grabbed my son's shoulders. "Alex, tell me the truth. Have you actually seen him?" He didn't speak, just gave a tiny, reluctant nod. His little hands gripped the fabric of his pajama pants, and he bit his lower lip. I tried to steady my breathing. "When?" "Every night," he whispered. I thought I might be sick. "What does he do?" Alex hesitated, then pressed his hands over his eyes. "He watches, but he doesn't have eyes, so sometimes he borrows them." A sharp chill ran down my spine. "What do you mean, borrows them?" Alex shuddered. "Sometimes I wake up and everything is blurry, and my eyes hurt." His voice wavered. "That's when I know he's using them." My hands started shaking. I ran to the bathroom, flipping the light switch, and studied my son's face. His pupils were dilated, like he'd been staring into pure darkness for hours. I turned his head gently to the side, checking under his eyes. Dark circles, so deep they looked bruised. "We're leaving," I said, my voice barely above a whisper. That night, I kept every light on in the house. I let Alex sleep in my bed, keeping him tucked close to me, his small fingers gripping my sleeve like he was afraid I'd disappear if he let go. I didn't blame him. I felt the same way. Sleep didn't come easy. Every shadow in the room felt like it was stretching toward us, reaching. I kept reminding myself that it was just in my head, just my own paranoia turning shapes into monsters. Then, at 3:07 a.m., Alex gasped awake. I bolted upright. "What is it?" He trembled violently, clutching at his face. "Mom, my eyes! I can't see!" I grabbed his shoulders. "It's okay. It's okay. I'm here. You're safe." But even as I said it, I saw the shift in the room. The light flickered, just once, then again, and the temperature dropped. I turned slowly toward the bedroom door. It was open. A long shadow stretched across the floor. Alex sobbed into my chest, his tiny fingers curling into fists. "He's here," he whimpered. I didn't look. I couldn't. Instead, I pulled Alex into my arms, stood up, and backed toward the farthest corner of the room. My heart slammed against my ribs, every instinct screaming at me to run, but I didn't know where to go. Then the whisper came. "You see me now." I snapped my eyes shut. It was right there. I could feel it. A presence looming over us, stretching, growing, filling the room with something cold and unnatural. My breath came in shallow, rapid gasps. I felt something graze my cheek. I ran. I don't remember getting to the car. I barely remember buckling Alex in, my hands fumbling as I tried to still my shaking fingers. All I remember is driving, tearing down the street at 3:15 in the morning, refusing to look in the rearview mirror. Alex sobbed quietly in the back seat. He knows where we're going. I didn't respond. I just kept driving. That was 3 days ago. We're at my sister's house now, staying in her guest room. Alex hasn't drawn anything since we left. He still wakes up in the middle of the night though, gasping, clutching at his face, shaking uncontrollably. I don't know what to do. I don't know if running was enough, because last night I woke up to Alex standing by the window, his hands pressed to the glass. "He's outside," he whispered. "He wants to come in." And this morning, I found a drawing crumpled under his pillow, a sketch of my sister's house, with Mr. Threads standing at the front door,